All right, well, we're back to this nonsense again. So a few weeks ago, I did 4 weekly squardles at the same time. And somebody in the comments said, well, obviously now the next challenge is to do 2 weeklies and 2 dailies at the same time, which presents some interesting interactions where, you know, we've got we're not gonna be doing the same rows and columns all the time, right? If we do 4 weeklies or 4 dailies, we're kind of going first, second, third, we're kind of on the same. But with this, there's only 3 columns for the dailies and 5 for the weeklies, so it's gonna be interesting how that works out. Now, if you're not familiar with Squardle, it's like Wordle on a grid, and we're guessing a row and a column at the same time. I am doing 4 of them at the same time, which is a little insane. And if you're not familiar with the weekly Squardles, I mean, you probably are by now. If you're familiar with Squardle, you know what weekly Squardle is at this point. So, I'm gonna guess the same word on all 4 of them. We are doing the tokens system. You can see I have the tokens right there next to me. A token, I gain a token by getting a bonus guess on a puzzle, and I can use a token to change a letter between guesses on the 2 words. So I could guess stare on one and store on the other. Now, so to my left there is the daily puzzle for yesterday, Friday's puzzle. The normal daily Squardle. The one above me there, and by the way, that first one, its keyboard is right above it as well, right up there. And then the one above me here, this is today's daily puzzle, and its keyboard is up above to the left. Now, above me on the right there, this puzzle is the weekly Squardle for this week. This week's weekly Squardle. And the far right puzzle, oh, and the keyboard is just right, right up there. The far right one with the keyboard down below is a bonus weekly puzzle that you can get bonus puzzles by joining the Patreon for Squardle. You get bonus weekly puzzles. So, hopefully that is everything that we need to know. I think I've got everything arranged on the screen there now. There we go. I think we should be good. So, store is my usual start. Yeah, let's do store. Okay. I like it as a start on Squardle. It's got some good letters. Okay. Well, not too bad. We got some greens. I mean, with 4 puzzles, you're bound to get some greens somewhere, right? Hopefully. Okay, well, let's just start on the left here. We've got S, O, R, and E on the column. T and E in the row. Nothing on the second puzzle other than the greens, obviously. On the third puzzle, we've got R and E. So the first and the third puzzles have E's in the first row and column. The last puzzle has just the T, but we've got several greens on that one already. Now this is interesting over here because it's not ST, obviously, because of the red T. I don't think it's gonna be a T there. It is possible, but it's unlikely. It's much more likely to have a T down here. So, interesting. Okay, now, but we're looking at the second row and column. Let's focus on that. We really don't have hardly anything here. We've got nothing there. We've got nothing here. We really don't know anything about the second row and column. So, maybe we should do... Oh, but we can't look at... I was looking at the second row and column here, but we're not looking at the second. We're looking at the middle one, which is kind of the third on these 2 puzzles. So we still don't have anything, but I wasn't looking at the right spot. We do know there's an R in one of these 2. And one of these 2. So it could be good to do an R fourth. We also have an R down here and here. Okay, so let's do an R fourth. We could do an O. I mean, we do have... Could do an O third. We do have O's in the third row and column on both of these puzzles. But there's no O over here or here. Yeah, O isn't great. O would be better to do once we get to the third rows on these other 2. Okay, so we want to do an R. A lot of times if I'm doing more than one word at the start, I do store and then punch and then daily. We can't really do punch if we're gonna do an R though. Let's do dairy. Dairy's pretty good. Instead of daily, we'll do dairy. Now, I like to do the Y in the bottom right typically, but this will at least let us see if there could be a Y or not in the bottom right. That's not... Do we want to do dairy though? No. Let's do cairn. Cairn, that's a good one. Like I do with flute, cairn, and showy. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we now know there is an R here for sure. Okay, let's type it in the other ones before we... Ooh, look at that. The R's were great. Cairn. It seems so weird to put it in the middle over here and the second row and column over here. It makes my instinct is like, oh, I did something wrong. Okay, that worked out really well. All right, so back over here, we've got the R there. That's a guaranteed R now. Here we found the R's here. There could still be R's over here, but we don't know. We got the R there. That's good. We got the R there, so we're doing really good. Doing really good. So we're in the middle over here. We have an O and an I. We have an O in the column. We have O's in, ooh, there's no E or I on this weekly one over here, which is interesting. So in the whole grid, there's no E or I. So that's gonna limit our options. Now we do have a C up here. It could be ACR. Otherwise, it has to be ARC. I don't know. I feel like they're both not very likely. If it's ACR, something like macro would be good, and SM is pretty good. Macro is good. I like SM. Smart. That might be a smart guess. And macro. Now we've got the O's. I mean, it could be a lot of things, couldn't it? But ST, it can't be STR. It's probably ST vowel. It's not an O, it's not an E or an I. It would have to be an A or a U. I don't like UC very well, so I'm thinking AC. So we might have A's in both of those, which would be interesting. Other than that, we don't really know much. We could do something like a chord. A chord isn't terrible. What would that do over here? We'd have the O. I mean, we do know there's an O in the row in the column. It would be nice to use the I, possibly. But there's two puzzles that have no I's, so... You know, there is an A. Oh, but it can't be first. I was gonna say there's an A over here. Oh, but there could be an A up here. Because we do have the red A. So maybe a chord isn't terrible. And there's an A in this column over. Oh, but we're on the last. Oh, we're in the last row and column over here, though, aren't we? Okay, so ACO. Well, there is an R there. So again, a chord might not be terrible. ACO. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Oh, that's not a chord has two C's. Okay. We could do acorn, but there's no N at all in these two puzzles, and there's no N in the last row and column on these two puzzles. So acorn's not great. Oh man, I can't believe I know a chord has two C's too. What about something like actor? We do know that there's O's. Again, there is O's in the row and the column, and in this one. We know there's a T somewhere in this grid, and it's not in the first or second row or column. What about over here? What does that look like? ACTO. I mean, there's nothing that says that it can't be that. I don't have any reason to think it's that, but RT isn't bad. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. Now, it's not going to be R at the end here, probably, because we know there's the R fourth, but it could be. I mean, it still could be. So let's do actor. Actor's not a bad guess. Okay. Okay. Okay, the OR was really good. Okay, well, all right, worked really good over here. Okay, so we've got the O, we've got the O, we've got this O. Now there's an O over here. It's not gonna be right. You're not gonna have I-O-O-R, I don't think. Probably not. So it's gotta be second or fifth. Second is better than fifth. It could be fifth. But now the I, again, it's not gonna be I. So the I is probably here. Something like that isn't terrible. Something like posit. Posit and visor, maybe? I mean, could be. We could have AV. AV up here is good. AVE. D, maybe? Like paved? I don't know. This could be, ooh, this could, no, not a P. This could be an A. Paper. Paper. Yeah. Maybe erode. And elide. And, ooh, what are we gonna do here? This would have to be an R. Deter. And agile, and agora, and rarer. Okay, that could be our weekly answers right there for this week. That's this week's puzzle. All right, that's what I'm going with until I find a contradiction. Now over here, we've got STA. What do we want to do? We could do stack. Stack is possible. I really think macro is good here. Smart is good. We don't really have much else to go on. Oh, it can't be stack. There's no C. Could be staff. FRO isn't bad. From is not long enough. Brown? I mean, no, there's no N. Ooh, okay, so maybe not staff, but the problem is, okay. There's no E or I in the grid. We can't have an O. Don't really think there's gonna be a U. So unless we have another A, and it's not gonna be AA, and it's not gonna be AOR over here, I don't think, well, I mean, that is possible. Have an A over here. Aorta? Aorta would be possible, but what's gonna be across here? The A with the, and these, something like arbor, but there can't be an R. Could this be a chew? And, oh, but what would this be then? Oh, yeah. Abhor and table, no, it can't be table. Taboo? I mean, we could have the double O's, that's not bad. A chew and taboo and taboo, however you want to say it. Roost, maybe? Tooth? Tooth, fourth, and frost. Staff. Okay, all right, so this is what I'm going with, again, until I find a contradiction. All right, we've got the weeklies maybe figured out. What do we got over here? This is interesting. Oh, there's an A. The A is here, for sure, because we got the yellow and the red, and then the yellow over there. So, there's a T somewhere. The T is not second. This orange T is pointing up, it can't be second, so there's a double T up here, which is interesting. There's a T in the last column, and it's not second. It could be at the beginning, but it seems less likely now that we've got the double T there. Now there's an A somewhere, which could be at the beginning, potentially, because there is the orange A here. But I'm thinking T down here, maybe, because we've got the orange T, so these could end in T's. We do have a C as well, and an R. Ooh, it's probably not RR, but it's possible. So I'm thinking R there, maybe, or second, could be either one. We do have an A, which, oh, so this is a definite A. We could still have an A over here though, couldn't we? Now, we have, oh no, we don't have an A. We don't have an A, never mind, we don't have an A. There's an A in the row, not the column, sorry. There's an A in this row down here. Oh, okay, so this A, and it can't be second. Could be third or fourth, okay. Ooh, this could be, there's an I. This could be tiara. That's not a definite I, it's a maybe I. Tiara, the A across there would be good. This, it needs to have a C here. Attic, and then, what was this gonna be? It can't be an O or an A, so it can't be like count. Or court. It couldn't be count anyways, because there's no N, but it couldn't be court. It couldn't have OU. What about chart? And what's this gonna be then? I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that. Too bad. What is this across the middle here? I guess that's the question. Ovary? Ooh, ovary would be interesting. Then we have a Y over here. Oh, crypt. Crypt. Yeah, because we have the R and the T. Crypt is good there. Okay, we've got an E down here. EA something. Meant, maybe? Seems possible. Oh no, you can't have an N. Ooh, we can't have an N. We need an S somewhere though. This could be an S. We could do something like beast or least or feast or yeast. Could have a Y there even. That would be interesting. Do we have other, so we need to use an N somewhere. We need an N. And it can't be, yeah, it's gotta be over here then. Maybe here? But, ooh, we could do, I mean, agony and yeast, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm sure there's probably other words that would work in there, but let's go with that until we get a contradiction. Okay, well, if we could figure out possible grids, then all we have to do is figure out the way to guess them, which can be the harder part, actually, in this. But, yeah, okay, so let's see, what do we got over here? What can we figure out? We've got R and T and A and E. So we've got a lot over here. And the R is there. The T is not at the end. The T is not second. The T is not there. So the T is at the top. That's a guaranteed T. Now we need an E and an A. The E and the A cannot be last. So they have to be here and they are in that order because of that A. So we've got tears or teary. Teary would be interesting, because I do like to put a Y in the bottom right corner sometimes. Now, unfortunately, we've got H, R, and T for our bottom right. Oh, but remember, we're not guessing, yeah, because right now, we're getting ready to guess the first row and column on these daily puzzles, and the fourth row and column on the weekly puzzles. Okay, this is gonna be hard to look ahead and figure out where we'll be, because like in 4 guesses, we'll be back at the beginning, or well, after we do 3 more guesses, then we'll be back at the beginning of these 2, but we'll be just on the second row and column on these. Okay. All right, we'll figure this out. So we've got tears or teary, we're thinking here. We've got S, O, R, and E in this first column, which is also interesting. The O can't be first, or third, or fourth, or fifth. This is an O. The R cannot be fourth, or third, or first, so this is an R. The E can be anywhere. ER is really good though. ER is really good. I don't like E at the beginning as well. Now we've got an A in the row up there. Oh, so let's finish over here. We've got S. So this would be an S then. Right, it's not going to be SR. So the S, I think, is for sure there. Now the E could be at the beginning, but I don't like that nearly as much as this. This is good. We could do something like poser or loser. We do have an E and an A across the top here. Could we do... Ooh, And look at the ends. Okay, so there's an N in the grid, but it's not in the last row or column or the third row or column. It has to be in the first row or column. I don't think it's gonna be, I mean, noser, I guess, could be a word, but I'm thinking NT is really good here. In fact, we could do meant and Moser. Is Moser a word? Ooh, maybe not. No, Lent and loser. Lent and loser. Yeah. That's really good. Because we do have the red A pointing up there. Okay. And then could this be salsa across here? I mean, it could be. There's probably something else that could be. I don't know. Here, all we've got is the R. There's no E, there's no A, there's no O, there's no I in the grid. So, A, E, I, and O are out down here. So we've got Y. We could end in a Y. Otherwise, we need to just have U's. What could we do? Are you rusty? No, there's no T. We could do something like rugby. What's this gonna be? Ooh. Don't know if I like that ending in a G there. This could be something like ED and we could do ruddy. Abled. I'm not super confident in some of these on this far left puzzle. I'm definitely feeling better about the other ones, but that gives us something to start, a place to start. So, now what do we guess is the question. We have L and A. Do we have anything in common? What do we have in common between the two daily puzzles? Let's start with that. So, nothing on the first row and column. We do have two words that, two of the middle row and column that end in an A, salsa and tiara. And that is it. That's the only thing we have in common based on what we think those are. So that's unfortunate. Now, over here, what do we have in common on these two? Anything. Anything at all. No, nothing. I don't think we have anything. Wow. All right, well, now we do have some things like on this puzzle here, we have, you know, the second row and column both end in an O. We've got the TH on both of these. So there's a little bit of similarity within the puzzle. These both end in ER, you know, so we've got a little bit. These both have E's here, PA there. So that's not as bad, but it's not as helpful as having the puzzles similar. So over here, now one good thing about dailies versus weeklies is we don't have as many letters to get on the dailies. So potentially we could solve these sooner and then have more flexibility on the others, but we have fewer guesses remaining on the weeklies. So, all right, so we're on this elide and erode. Now interestingly, if we guess elide right now, we get 2 bonus guesses because we will finish off erode as well. We only need the E, D, and E on both of those. Elide and erode. Now, does that do anything for us on these other ones? No, other than, you know, kind of checking for letters and like the L. It'd be good to check for the L. We would also see, we would get the D pointing down at the D here potentially. So that could be good. That's about all it does for us there. Here, again, it checks to see if there's an I in this first row. Now, alternatively, we could guess something that's F-O and ends in an ST, and we could get a couple of bonus guesses over here, like foist, F-O-I-S-T, which would also get the I here in elide. That would be interesting. And does that do us anything over here? F-O-I-S-T, no. Oh, it gets us the T there, and the O here. Okay, let's do foist, It's still gonna get us 2 bonus guesses, same as guessing E lied, but it'll get us a letter here, nothing here, but it'll get us 2 letters over here. So let's do, no, the question is, do we just do foist? Because if we do foist, let's do foist over here first. Because that'll get us 2 bonus guesses. And then we can think about whether we want to use our tokens that we will get to potentially change something. Okay, we got 2 bonus guesses, just like we expected. Good. Okay, so let's add our tokens. The tokens, by the way, are not a thing that's built into the game. I just do that on my editing software, so. If you try and go do this on the site, none of this stuff actually works the way it's working for me. Now, we could do foist here. Is there any reason to change? We'll have the I. I don't think we can, you know, like F-O-I-D-E, I don't think is a thing. Otherwise, that could be good. Here, is there any way to easily change? You know, I only have 2 tokens. I don't necessarily want to change a whole bunch. But if there was a good change that would get me something, you know, like if I could do A-O-I-S-T or, you know, something like that. Well, we know we want to do the O and the T over here. You know, theoretically we could use 2 of our tokens and change to fount, and we would get the N here. Is it worth changing 2 tokens to just get 1 more letter, though? Actually, if we did that, we would also get the N here. So maybe that is worth doing. Okay, so I'm gonna do foist on this one because I want to get the I. Okay, and that does verify that there's a T in this last column, which we were thinking was true. So that's good. Yeah, we should probably verify that there's nothing that contradicts with what we're thinking. The O, yep. There's no F, okay, which we didn't have any Fs in that grid, so that's good. The O there, I-S-T. Yep, I think that all fits with what we're thinking, so that's good. Actually, this white T down here now means that T is guaranteed to be a T. Okay, so over here, I'm thinking I'm gonna change the IS to a UN. So instead of foist, we'll do fount. We'll still get the O and the T, but we'll get the N and the N over here, assuming those are correct. Those are actually not guaranteed N's at this point, but I'm thinking they are correct. So let's use both of our tokens. We go back to 0, and we're gonna do fount and fount. Okay, good. Just what we were expecting. Perfect. Now we're at 6 guesses, 6 guesses, 6 guesses over here, because we got the 2 bonuses. This one only has 4. So now, let's see. We want to do the ER probably here, right? That would be good. The O second would be good for fourth and tooth. So ER, now what do we got over here? We're in the middle on these 2. So we've got A, B, L, E, D. So the E, if we do the ER at the end, that would help us with the E on this first puzzle. We're not really getting much help at all on this second one at this point. But we've already got the R's, so... Oh, let's double check that I didn't miss anything up here too. So there's no F's, which is good. There's the O, U, and there is a U in the grid, which is good because we were thinking ruddy. There's no U in this grid, and we didn't have any U's, so that's good. The white N. Right, and we have the N down here in agony. Okay, so that works. There's a T. Yup, okay. Good. So far, so good. And then let's look at the O. Yup. The T down there. No U. Yup. Okay. Good. That all works with what we were thinking. Yep. Okay. So good. We just wanted to make sure there weren't any contradictions with what we were thinking. So. What do we want to guess here? So I like doing the O second. I like the ER at the end. You know, we could do the S or the T. We could do something like tower or sower, but we don't really want to do the W. Is toller a word? Or solar? I know solar with an A is, but what about ER? Because it'd be nice to get the L here. You know, another thing we could do is Tyler, which would get the T and the I here, the L there, and the ER's over here, and then we wouldn't get anything here. Well, we'd still get the T there. Oh, the T at the beginning is good, because we get the T for smart. That would be good. Maybe Tyler isn't terrible. It's not gonna get us any... It's not gonna get us any bonus guesses is the main problem. But right now we're not doing too bad, but we can quickly run out of guesses, so. We could try Toller and see if it's a word. It's not gonna get us any bonus guesses, but it is gonna get us, you know, several things. So, in fact, if we get the T and the O here, then the M gets us 2 bonus guesses at that point. So that's pretty good, just the M itself. And we'll have the ERs down here. All right, let's try Toller. Is it a word? It's not a word, that's what I figured, okay. So, let's do Tyler. Okay. Good, what we were expecting. What we were expecting there. And there we go. Okay, so we got a bunch of greens. We didn't get any more bonus guesses. We're still sitting at 0 tokens, but we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. So here, if we do the ELD, we'll have 2 bonus guesses. Here, if we get the M, we'll only have 1, but we could do the M or the F at this point. So on this guess, if we get M or F, we get a bonus guess. Now, theoretically, maybe we could do both, but I don't know how many words are gonna have an M second and an F at the end. But we can do either one and get a bonus guess over there. This is the one with the least guesses remaining right here, this weekly. And unfortunately, we just don't have much. Now, P, A, and E are common on both, you know, we have it on both of these. So if we guessed paved or paper, it would be super helpful on that puzzle. Now here, we're on yeast and crypt and ruddy and teary. And so none of those work well with paved or paper. Now, interestingly, yeast and teary both have the EA. So it's tempting to guess one of those. Here's something interesting. So, looking ahead, one more guess. We are going to be on our second row here, and we've got AG in 2 places, right? Agile and Agora. And we will be back to our first guess over here where we have AG in agony. So on our next guess, we can definitely do, I mean, we could even guess agony potentially, or Agora, either, I mean, we could guess any of those things and it would help us, we could get the AG. So that's really good, which makes me say it's okay if we don't get something on this this puzzle right here, even though we have the least number of guesses remaining, because we're gonna be able to get a bonus guess on our next turn, as well as the AG here. So if we did yeast, then we could do agile or Agora, and it would get us a bonus guess on both of those puzzles, as well as having the EA here. Now agile and Agora aren't gonna help us there. We will be in the middle here. They both end in O. Is there any chance that Teary is a word because we don't need the T in teary. We could do something else, or Perry, I guess it would be. I don't think it probably is, but that would get us the P here. At least it's something extra. Let's try that. Okay, it's not a word. What about yeary? Because that would get us the Y in yeast. No, okay. That's what I figured. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do yeast. We're just gonna go for it. Okay. Yeast, so we get a bonus guess that gives us a token. Good. Yeast. Okay. And yeast, there we go. All right, so, yeah, now, we already had the A, unfortunately. I mean, it's fortunate that we've got it, but it wasn't very helpful in the T there. So it did repeat some letters that we already had, unfortunately. Now, here, we want to do agora or agile. We've got the AG there, so we'll get a bonus guess on this one as well. Is there any help anywhere from agile or agora? Okay, what I'm thinking is agile, because I don't think agile versus agora is going to make much of a difference anywhere else. And if we have the L, then when we get to this fourth row and column, we only need the E and the D to get 2 bonus guesses there. Because we're getting dangerously low on this puzzle. And we're still at 4 on this one over here, and there's not as many letters to get. So I feel like it's going to be easier to pick up some bonus guesses there, maybe? I don't know. And I don't know what's going on over here, but we've got more guesses left, so let's do agile. Okay, good. That's a bonus guess, which gives us another token, so we're up to 2. And then, I mean, theoretically, if we had 3 tokens, we could change agile to amino and get the 2 O's here. But I don't know. Don't know how helpful that is. But we definitely want to do agile on this one, so let's go ahead and do that. Gets us a bonus guess, so we do have 3. We do have 3 bonus guesses. Or, I mean, 3 tokens. So, that is interesting. So we could do amino and get the 2 O's. Does either one help over here? No. The question is, do I save the tokens or do I use them to get the O's here? It doesn't get us any more bonus guesses, but it gets us closer to getting bonus guesses. And potentially finishing off a puzzle and not having to worry about the running out of guesses over there. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna use them. No sense saving them, right? Okay, so we're gonna change agile to amino. Okay, which gets us the O's. Good, good. Now, we could do either one over here. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Amino and agile. Already got the N there. So, yeah, let's do agile because we haven't verified that there's an L on this first row yet, and we're thinking leant. So let's go ahead and do the agile. Okay, so there is an L, so that's good. That fits with what we were thinking. Good. So now we're on. If we get an A in the 3rd position, we get a bonus guess here. If we get the 2 S's over here, we get a bonus guess for salsa. The V and the S get us a bonus guess here. And here we need the H and the O to get a bonus guess. Or the B and the H. But I think the B and the H almost has to be abhor. I don't think there's anything else you can get. That B. Now the B, ooh, interesting. We do have the B here too. Oh, actually, no, the B itself would get us a bonus guess. Ooh, so we could, what if we did the A, B, and D over here? That would get us the B there. That's all it would get us. Now, if we don't get a bonus guess on this third puzzle, on this guess, we'll be down to 1. We'll have to get bonus guesses on the next one. But we're set up nicely to do the E and the D for a double bonus guess on that puzzle. Then we'll be sitting a little bit better. Then we'd be up at 2, which is where we are right now. But, so, maybe that's okay. I mean, if we do the A, B, and D, we're gonna get a bonus guess on the first one and the last one. I'm pretty sure abled is the only way to do the A, the B, and the D. We would have 2 tokens, so we could potentially change something. Too bad you can't change just the V and the S. It'd be Vubsid. You know, we could change it to like abler, but that doesn't get us anything. We could change it to like ailed, A-I-L-E-D, but again, it doesn't help us. We can't do O. It'd just be these middle 2 puzzles that we would potentially want to change it. The A in the third spot would be really nice, but I don't know that there's a way to get the A there without changing 3 letters, and we won't have enough tokens, plus I don't know if I want to spend 3 letters just for that 1 letter there. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do abled. I don't really see a good way to do anything different from that will help. So, there we go, bonus guess, that gets us a token. Very nice, okay. All right, let's do it over here next, because we know we want to do it over here. Okay, which gets us a bonus guess and another token. Good. Now, I don't see any way to get the A here would be nice. There's no way to get the V and the S, and obviously not the P-O-S-T. Yeah, I don't see a way to do it. Let's just do abled. And no, that's the one we did it already. We gotta keep track of which ones we've already done on. This is the one we need to do it on still. Don't want to type it in again on the wrong puzzle. Okay, so we're down to 1 here. We have to get bonus guess, but if we do the E and the D, we've got a bonus guess there. We got 2 bonus guesses there, in fact, if we do the E and the D. So that's good. Now I would like to do the F, the O, and the H, but we obviously can't do the F and the E. We have to do the E and the D. We don't have a choice, at least on this puzzle. Now we could use a token to change it, but we have to do the E and the D there. We don't have a choice. Here, I mean, crypt is the only thing that's gonna do us any good over there. This one's probably just a waste, or just a throwaway guess over here now. There's not really any reason to change, I don't think, anything there. You know, we could do, if we're doing E and D and we don't have anything else good to do, we could do the, oh, now the D is gonna get us a D in ready, so that's nice. But we could do erode and we would get the R there at least, so that's good. Be nice if we could do something that ended in a Y here, or an H. But we've got the D, so DY would be good. Is there, like, erode? Erode? I don't think that's a thing. So, but erode would get us the R here. The question is just, do we want to try and change anything to get some letters somewhere else? Ooh, we're also going to get this O here if we do erode. In fact, you know what we can do? Okay, if we do erode, we get the R, the D, the E and D here. We could use 3 tokens to change erode to froth. And we would get the F, the H, and the O. We would have 1, 2, 3 tokens then. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Okay, so we're gonna do erode. It's gonna get us 2 bonus guesses, 2 tokens. So that takes us up to 4. There we go. Now, do we want to just go ahead and do... Now, actually, froth also gets us the R here. Okay, let's come back to this one. We may want to change froth to something else over here. I might want to. Let's see. Is there any reason not to do erode here? We've got the D. Yeah, I don't really see any easy way to get something different. So let's go ahead and do erode here, which gets us the D, which is still good. Now, I'm going to come back to this one. So we're going to go ahead and change erode to froth, which will keep the R and the O. Yep, so we're going to use 3 tokens to do that. Takes us down to 1. We're going to do froth, which should get us 3 bonus guesses, which gives us 3 more tokens back. Also, like, I mean, we've only got 2 letters left and 5 guesses remaining, so we can kind of forget about, not forget, but set it on the back burner for now, that puzzle. We don't really care about that one too much right now. Now, it's this one that we need to guess still on. Now, we've got the R. Do we want to try and change something and do potentially even crypt? We'd have to use all 4 tokens. No. Yeah, we would to do crypt. Because I don't think, like, criff is a word. You know, we could change... We could get the Y by doing, like, friar or something, but then we're using 3 tokens anyways. We might as well go for it. But the problem is we only have 4 tokens. You'd have to change all... No, you would still need... No, we could do it with froth. We could just change 4 letters. We would use all of our tokens and we could do crypt. And then we would only need the I up here to get a bonus, a bonus guess on our next guess. Yeah, so looking at our next guesses, if we guess doter, I think doter is a word. If it is, we could do doter and use 2 tokens to change to loser, which would be good there. Is leaser? That's not how you spell leaser, I don't think. And lesser has a double S. Otherwise, it would be good to do deter and lesser because you'd get the LE up there too. Well, we could do laser and dater. That would definitely work. But we would need, the point is we need 2 tokens to change dater to laser. And if we use all 4 of our tokens right now, although if we use all 4 to get crypt, we will get a bonus one back from crypt. We'll get one from dater. Then we could use 2 to change to laser. But then we're not getting the I with the C. So is that helping us? I don't know. Let's just go for it. I'm gonna go for it. No sense saving tokens. They don't do me any good after the puzzle's over. So we're gonna use 4 tokens to change froth to crypt. We're just keeping the R. Okay, which gets us a bonus guess, gets us 1 token back. So now we're gonna do, I think I wanna do dater, which is really good because that gets us the A here anyways. I hadn't even thought about that. Dater, the D, the T, and the A will change 2 letters to change dater to laser, which will get us a bonus guess over there as well. Okay, so dater, that should get us a bonus guess there, good. 2 tokens, oh, not 12, 2. I'll just save that one. I don't think we're gonna do anything over there, but let's choose 2 tokens. So we're gonna use both of our tokens, which takes us back down to 0. There we go. To do laser. Okay, gets us a bonus guess. So we've got 1 back. Now, is there any chance, oh, we only have 1 token though. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, is there any chance that LASIK is an acceptable word? I don't think it probably is, but I was just thinking is the I, we could get the I if we change, so LASIR. Let's see if that's a word. I don't think it is. If it is, then I'm gonna use my 1 token to change that to the I. It's not, okay, that's what I thought. So, let's just go ahead and do laser. And we'll do, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We'll do laser over here. Okay. So, On to the next one. Now, if we do the P and the V, we'll get a bonus guess. If we do the P, if we just do the R, we'll get a bonus guess for rarer here. So, if we get the M here, we get 2 bonus guesses. If we get the R here, we get a bonus guess. If we get the A in the middle, we get a bonus guess over here. Or if we get the S. Okay, so is there any chance there's a word? No. It would have to be M-A-S-R. Something M-A-S-R. Which I don't think we can do. We can do some of that, but not all of that. Unfortunately, the ones that we need bonus guesses on the most are the ones with the R at the end and the S fourth. I don't think there's any word that's gonna have S-R at the end. Oh, the M actually has to be at the beginning, not second, because we're on the second row and column there. Okay, so the M is at the beginning, but it still doesn't help with the SR problem. Well, we don't necessarily have to get a bonus guess on this one, because on our next guess, we can just do the O to get a bonus guess. But we'll be at 1 then, so we need to get... Then we'll have to do either the PS or the VS after that. We could do Avast, which would get us the S for salsa, and the VA for ovary, which would get us 2 bonus guesses on this puzzle. It doesn't help us with the other ones. How many tokens do we have? We have 1 token. But that would get us 3 more, so we would have 4 tokens to work with then. So we could then change to do something different over here. All right, I'm gonna do Avast. Yeah, let's go for that. Avast, which is gonna get us a bonus guess there, so that gives us a token. And we're gonna do Avast here, which should get us 2 more. Yep, 2 more, so that takes us up to 4. Very nice. Now this one, what I'm thinking is, I want to do the R for sure, right? So we need to change the last 2 letters. There's no word that's going to be SR. Now A something R would work. Is Aver a word? That would be nice because it would only use up 2 tokens. Yeah, let's try that. That's not a word, that's what I figured. So, if we're gonna change more than that, it'd be nice to get the P and the R. But then we only have 4 tokens, so we have to keep at least 1 of the letters from Avast, but if we're changing the last 3, it's not gonna be V. There's gotta be, we'd have to have the A. Amper? Ooh, Amper. Amper? Oh, I thought that was... Maybe that was a thing. Asper, that's a thing, I think. Isn't that a thing? All right, so we used 4 tokens there. Oh, it keeps doing that. Okay, there we go. All right, but then how many did we get? Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. We did the P and the R, so we just got 1. We just got 1 more. Okay, we got 1 back. 1 back, just from rarer. Okay, so we're sitting at 2, 4, 2, and 4. We still need to guess 1 over here. So we can do, Asper or Avast, either one. There's no way to easily change it to get the M, so let's just go ahead and do Asper. Okay. So now we're in the middle here, right? Or no, which one are we on? Yeah, the middle. So if we get an H third, we get 2 bonus guesses on the far right. Here, we want the O third. Here we want the I, 4th. Here we want the RY. Now, if we get the O here, we finish off the grid, but if we don't, get the I here, we finish off this grid, but if we don't, then we just stay in that same spot for our next guess. So we could do the I on our next guess, potentially. Which we've got the V and the S here, so we could do something like visit. So if we're gonna do visit on our next one, that will take care of this puzzle, so we can ignore that for now. That will get us a bonus guess on this one. So if we can get the O this time, it would give us 2 bonus guesses on our next guess then. So if we do O third, so O-R-Y is probably a good way to go at this point. So let's just do story, which will get us a bonus guess there. Gives us a token, takes us to 2. We'll do story here, which should get us a bonus guess. That gives us another token, so we're up to 3. Okay, and then, I mean, we could change it to stoic and use 2 tokens, but if we're gonna do visit on our next one anyways, then I think not spending 2 tokens is probably the better bet. So let's do story. We'll go ahead and do story over here. Now we put this one on the back burner and we're gonna have to move it back to the front pretty soon because we're down to two guesses remaining, but we've only got those 2 letters, so I think we're doing okay. Now, this one I'm thinking visit, which will get us 2 bonus guesses there. So 2 more tokens, good, so we get 5. And we can do visit here, which finishes off the grid. It gets us a bonus guess. I don't know if we technically get a bonus guess. We could give ourselves another one. We'll go with whether it says a bonus guess or not is how it counts. It doesn't, because I'm not entirely sure. I can never remember exactly, but it basically doesn't give you a bonus guess for your last word that you finish. I think if you finish 2 at the end, maybe you get 1 or something like that, but anyways, that's just the way the game works. So now we've got the E there. It would be interesting if we changed to get the E. Resit, we could use just 2 tokens and we'd get resit. Let's do that, okay, good. So we used 2, we got 1, so we lost 1. We'll take it to 4. And over here, that poor M has just been waiting to get guessed, but there's not a good way to do it, so I'm just gonna stick with it for now. Now, we have to get the H on this one. We don't have a choice. That will get us 2 bonus guesses there. No, we have to get the M. Oh, we're in the middle, so we have to start with M. We have to start with P here. We need to get the U, so let's do Mux, and then we'll change to Pucks. We'll use 1 token to change to Pucks. So we'll do Mux, which is gonna get us 2 bonus guesses there. It briefly dips down to 0, which gives you a little mini panic attack for a second, thinking you did something wrong. We'll do Pucks here, which will get us, I think, a bonus guess. No, we didn't get one. Oh, so maybe on the weekly, you don't get the last 2? Could be, because you're always gonna get 2 on your last guess, no matter what. So I think that's the theory there. But that's okay. So did we use a token? We need to use a token. There we go, we changed it to Pucks. We're gonna do Pucks here. We could do either one, it doesn't really matter. That'll finish that off, and we're not gonna get any tokens, but now we just have the 1 grid left. All we need is the H. So we will end with a sneeze, a chew, 5 tokens left. Okay, so I didn't really need to save those tokens earlier. I was doing good. All right, there we go. 2 weeklies and 2 dailies. Challenge completed. Okay, the sun has moved in the meantime. It's shining bright on my face. There we go. Okay, so, I mean, did we have any really weird words in there? So let's see, we had leant and salsa and ruddy and loser and abled and teary, attic, ovary, yeast, agony, tiara, and crypt. Now, interestingly, we had 2 Ys on this puzzle, but neither one of them was at the end of, well, it was at the end of agony, I guess, but, and the end of ovary. But we had 2 words with Ys not at the end. So that's kind of interesting. Paved, agile, posit, erode, rarer. Paper, agora, visor, elide, and deter. Okay, staff, macro, abhor, that's a little bit of a weird word. Roost, tooth, smart, taboo, achu, frost, and forth. Now, one thing that's kind of interesting here is we've got this kind of square of 4 O's here, which is, and we've got this diagonal of 4 O's too. So if we were playing Connect 4, we would have won with our O's. Yeah, so very interesting. Yeah, there you go. Let me know what you thought of this. Did you think I should have been smarter with some of my tokens? Should I have used them more? Should I have saved them more? What word did you think was the hardest? And if you did any of these puzzles, now one of them was a bonus weekly, the last one, so you won't have done that one, but the third one there was today's weekly, the one above me there was today's daily, and the one to my left over there was yesterday's daily. So let me know how all those went for you individually. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. I'm gonna go take a nap now. Got a rotten string of bad luck ahead of me now. That is, if you believe in any of these various superstitions. Oh, okay. Well, that was really good. On the left, awesome. Ballet over here. Okay, it is L and T, just like I was thinking. Now, alphabet. Alphabet. There we go. That's a good one.